Now, I want to make it very clear, I do not condone harming people physically unless they are either trying to hit you or do something to you physically that you don't want them to do to you. Now, with that being said, let me tell you the story about how I slapped the shit out of this one girl. Now, when I was a little kid, my mother taught me to treat everyone the same, including when they're harming you. Treat them the same as you would anyone else, even if they're a woman. Now, she didn't say it exactly like that because she was speaking patois, but that is just the translated version of it. So this story takes place when I was in the 7th grade, right? I was sitting down in my science class on my Chromebook because, yeah, that was the time period it was. And the next thing I know, this one really big girl that was in my class decided to come up to me and slap me on the back of my neck. Now, I don't know if she thought it was all hee hee ha ha because she had a smile on her face and she was laughing. And when she went back to her desk, she was still laughing and shit with her little friends. But I didn't take it as that. You know, I wasn't in the mood for any bullshit that day for whatever reason. So, you know, I got back up with a smile on my face because, hey, you think it's funny and shit. I'm gonna give you something to laugh about. So when I got up, she stopped laughing and she started saying, oh, don't come over here if you're gonna start some bullshit with me. So of course, I'm thinking in my head, so you're gonna start something with me and then get annoyed or angry or whatever just because I want to get my get back? Okay. So she got up, got in her stance. I'm a nerd, I can be honest. So at that time, I just watched Ip Man, you know? and it made me want to research Wing Chun for some reason. Well, I mean, for some reason, that shit was cool. And so I got into a Wing Chun stance, perfect slapping stance that when I look back at it, honestly. So before she get registered, I just swung my hand. Now in my eyes, it all looks in slow motion, like when Thorfinn was fighting Thorkel. That's what it looks like for me. You know, my hand hit her jowl, her fat ass neck, and then just pushed her down. Now, when she fell down, she kind of fell down slowly in my eyes. So when she hit her chair, when her ass hit her chair, there was just an immense recoil from the impact. So all her folds and everything just started to ripple and jiggle around. So I was there with a smile on my face, laughing. And she wasn't so happy now. She was actually angry, so she got right back up, kind of struggled a bit because she's big as hell, remember that. And she proceeded to start charging at me like some big ass bull. So all I did was just hold my hand in front of me, grabbed her fat neck, her jowl, as I said earlier, and she just started swinging. Now, I must say, my friends were recounting this to me like they were seeing UI Goku or some shit. I didn't even move, dog. All of her hits missed. She was swinging and her hits missed, not even hitting my arm that was holding her back. They all just missed. The teachers, they finally broke it up. They asked what happened. I explained what happened. She explained what happened. It was the same story, so there was nothing much to do there. So what they decided to do was move her into a different classroom because it's not the first time I had issues with her. This is just the first time I had to smack the shit out of her. They finally put us into separate classrooms. I stayed in my class. She went to another one. Now, the next day, my math teacher, who wasn't there the day previous, asked what happened. I told her exactly what happened, and she said, okay. No one actually cared about what happened. I think it had to do kind of with the fact that at the time I lived in Rayford / Fayetteville, North Carolina. I bounced back between them constantly. So there, it's basically a military area, right? So the common mindset was you better be able to take a hit or you're a bitch. It didn't matter who you were, you just better know how to take a hit and not cry after. And the sentiment of treating everyone the same was also taught. So I think that's probably the reason why I didn't get into any trouble at all. Also the fact that she hit first. So, hey, what you gonna do? Get mad at the person for hitting back? Like, that's dumb. And then from there, my friends would just jokingly call me Chris Brown. Every time I was near a female student, they'll come near like, hey, don't hit her now. But it was a whole thing, but they would do that for until the big C came around and we were all just in lockdown in our houses. But other than that, you know. Now, I wasn't even the only boy she had issues with, because apparently, like a week later, I was told that one of my friends at the time, we're gonna call him Daniel, he threw a chair at her. Now, I was like, what? No way. So another one of my friends, I think it was Sean, he showed me a video of Jabba the Hutt arguing with Daniel about something, and she was standing up talking all big and bad, and he wasn't having any of it. So he proceeded to throw a chair at her. And look, I have to give utmost amount of respects to Gorlock the Destroyer, because she tanks it like a champ. Oh my gosh, she deflected it. She hit it with a counter. It was the most crazy thing I ever seen. And she really ate that chair. Not literally, though it would explain her size. There was something about that middle school for attentions to always be so high, because that wasn't even the craziest thing to happen at that school at the time. It's just one of the things that I remember happening to me personally. But share in the comments below if you have any similar altercations, and please don't let it be you just beating women for the fun of it, because I don't condone any sort of things like that. Remember, at the end of the day, only hit people unless they hit you first. I meant to say hit people only if they hit you first. My gosh, Miss Dude. That's like the most common thing we all learn when we're children. It's just I follow through.